Hola, mi amigos. Hi, friends. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. How are you? Hello from the fireplace. Cozy. Better than yesterday's freezing walk here in Wisconsin. I went out walking this morning as well. 17 wind chill. 40 degrees is going to feel really warm. Anyway, this is a continuation, a brief continuation of yesterday's thought-provoking, stimulating theme. And that is, what if all humans on Earth were compelled to tell the truth for 24 hours? And today we're adding on to that, what if you couldn't lie for a whole day? Now, most people couldn't do it if there was some mechanism that compelled them. And like the movie I was referencing yesterday, which you've probably seen, the comedy with Jim Carrey, Liar Liar. His son wishes for him to not tell a lie for 24 hours as a birthday wish. Jim Carrey's a professional liar, a lawyer, and his lying to everyone, including to himself, has caused a lot of suffering and problems for his life, for his family, work life, child. And I remember when this movie came out, and I thought, what a fascinating idea, concept of what if we were all compelled, forced by some metaphysical compulsion, that we couldn't lie to ourselves, which we do all the time. We couldn't lie verbally, non-verbally, with our behavior, with our actions, to anyone for 24 hours. What would be the outcome of that? And I encourage you to ponder this. Like, what if you woke up tomorrow and everything that came out of your mouth was the truth, the true you, true self? Not all the roles and personas that we've playing, identifications, right? It was nothing but your truth. And, oh my goodness, anything that you were hiding, anything like the skeletons way back in the closet that you don't want nobody to know about, that are hidden under lock and key and, pushed down. Never let anyone see those skeletons, and they were all out. What would it be like? What if we were all forced to tell the truth and we couldn't lie, just as an example, for 24 hours? For some people, I imagine it would be extremely liberating, although it will have certain outcomes and manifestations, right? We talk about relationships, all the different relational outcomes, whether that be husband, wife, divorce, breakups, people getting fired from their jobs or quitting, all kinds of familial, anything happening with the family. Imagine that. I think it's such a powerful concept that I wanted to take it a step further and posit this to you as an idea, because this is the journey that I'm on right now with Master R, and I'm in the throes of it right now, realizing so blatantly and shockingly as I dissect and excavate myself, how much we lie all the time. It's innate, and innocently it's indoctrinated and programmed to us since we were little children. There needs to be like a movie series on this. It's just too good. A social experiment. Oh man, to be completely honest with yourself can be, and I use the word shocking, because going on 49 years now of habitually lying to myself, lying to others, not embodying my true self, takes quite a bit of deprogramming, dissecting, excavating, deconstruction, and that's what I'm doing right now of my ego, mind, identity. And it's got its claws into me because it knows it's being disillusioned. So has anybody gone through layers of ego death, layers of ego disillusionment? I'm keeping a very light, open heart to it as much as I can, and not identifying, because that's what we do, we identify. And I wanted to put this idea out to you, like, what if we can't tell a lie for 24 hours? How honesty reveals ourselves to ourselves. It's like looking in the mirror, and with all the things that we want to put in, skeletons in the closet, cover up with our ego, with identifications, with all of that, like, what if you are able to see naked your true self? Yesterday I talked about you're not naked when you take off your clothes, because you're still wearing all your religious assumptions, biases, beliefs, illusions, delusions, and it's not until those are all shed, dissected, and looked at honestly, truthfully, do we know who we truly are. So I had this other idea, and that's why I think this should be a movie or film series, because it's just so revelatory and shocking to how most people go through their lives as a slave and unable to tell the truth or live it, even for one day, let alone 1 hour. How many lies will somebody tell themselves and to others in 1 hour? If they can be aware of it, right? That's why we need some type of mechanism, some metaphysical, cosmic mechanism if we were going to be compelled to tell the truth, because most people couldn't even go an hour in a day without lying. It's harder than you think, especially if one is sleepy to themselves, lacking that self-awareness. Like, oh, it can be it can be difficult, it can be challenging, it can be ugly. That's what we talk about, dark nights of the soul. How many have gone through a dark night of the soul? Or several? How many? Oh, I have gone through many. And as the layer of the onion peeling is coming off, layer by layer by layer of self-discovery, re-remembering who I truly am, which is what we're all here to do, it's illuminating beyond measure. It's illuminating beyond measure. And for some people, it could be very scary. However, the dark night of the soul, multiple dark nights of the soul are going to happen, and you want them to. In your journey of evolution and self-mastery, they are unavoidable. So I'd say if you've never been through one, hang in there. You're going to make it through. And that's what you came here to do. So I had this idea, and I'm going to go deeper into this topic when I have more time, I think on Friday. My day has been plot twisting already, so I'm flowing with choose and move, adapting, and not getting hung up or over emotionalizing anything. I'm really learning to just to flow with and to see the opportunity where there's good in everything versus looking for the bad, right? It's all what meaning we put on anything. So why not choose something that's useful and positive? We'll cover this more, but I wanted to share this idea for a film series even in greater detail today. So talk about you're not naked when you have your clothes off, because we're still wearing all these biases and prejudices and delusions, like identifications. Oh, we talk about religious assumptions and beliefs. That's a whole wardrobe on a person at once right there. That's a lot of shedding to do. And we want to get naked in our lifetime. Naked meaning self-realization to truth, honesty, right? So what if not only, here's part 2, kind of like the premise of Liar Liar, that in one day every soul on planet Earth is compelled by some metaphysical mechanism to tell the truth. They cannot lie for 24 hours. They're physically incapable of lying to themselves or others, verbally or non-verbally. But let's take it up a notch, just ratchet it up. Not only can we not lie, that we, whether it is physical nudity or to who we truly are, naked to all of our skeletons in the closet, the real ugly ones, the ones we want to hide from everybody, even the people we love the most, the things that we're hiding about ourselves that we probably have, I'll say, guilt and shame for a lot of people, the things that they don't want to reveal or be honest about, causing them depression, anxiety, problems in their relationships, scarcity, lack, overthinking, worrying, over-emoting, even more desperate mental health issues. That's a lot of people right there living in the past often, you know, rumination. That keeps people up at night right there. Skeletons in the closet, the things that they're hiding that they don't want anybody to know. Or worrying about the future. They go hand in hand, worry and rumination, right? Those are two of the most massive, potently, powerfully, horrible ways to leak one's energy. They're like massive, monumental holes in the boat. Worrying, rumination, overthinking, all three. And not being honest with ourselves or others, that takes so much energy to hide the skeletons in the closet. So that's why I put forth this idea, this concept, like if we're all compelled to tell the truth. But not only that, like taking off our wardrobe of clothes, which is our belief systems, delusions, illusions, biases, prejudices, right? Which keep us from being powerful in our true selves, which we came here to be. We all came to be. You're so powerful. And you're covering it up. And most people are. I know I'm going through this dissection myself right now, seeing how much I have lied to myself and others. Whoa. I don't want that version of me anymore. That's like the old version back there. That old Amie. So what if not only everybody on earth was compelled to tell the truth to themselves, to others, but somehow in some type of metaphysical mechanism, we could see everyone's deepest, darkest secrets. Like on a visual display of them walking around. We somehow claircognizantly knew as we were engaging with people out in the day, and maybe it's somebody just recognizing that they've stuffed that skeleton way back there, you know, through trauma or telling the same story over and over again, that for 24 hours, all souls knew it all about each other. We could not hide anything anymore. Ooh, wow, what a premise for a film series. Think about all the potential cascading outcomes from that. How revelatory it would be for every soul. And they would recognize in that experiment that they have been lying to themselves all the time, all day lying to themselves with the roles and personas they've been playing. How many versions of you are out there? To every event or person or entity or company, whatever it is, situationally, how many versions of there are of you out there? How fragmented each soul is by not being honest with themselves and being honest to their true self, and all the lies we tell ourselves and others all day long. We are compulsive liars, and we have been indoctrinated and programmed to be that since we were born. Some innocently from perpetuating cycles of family and society and school and religion, and some intentionally, deliberately, what's the word I'm looking for? More predatory, to keep us from our power, to keep us from us knowing who we truly are. And we are extremely powerful, but we can't be if we go around lying to ourselves and others all day long. With all these identifications that we're attached to, leeching our power source. I once put this idea out there, also a great film concept. So yeah, what do you think about that film idea? So many ways to adapt that. so many ways. What an eye-opener, right? I also had this idea, which I spoken about on a live stream. I mean, even if the story followed several different roles and their experiences in this, man, there would be some suicide. There would be some complete freedom and liberation for many who are just waiting for this moment, to be completely honest. There would be divorce, there would be marriage, there would be people getting fired or quitting from jobs. When you can't betray yourself anymore and you're living in truth, like, you realize there's some things that we do in our own self-betrayal. And if you look at yourself, if you dissect yourself truly, excavate like an Indiana Jones archaeologist, yourself, your true self, you realize this whole lifetime we've been compulsive liars and leeching our life force, our energy, like holes in a boat, to all these identifications and personas and belief systems. Holy moly, man, this is just... whew. So I had this idea for another film. I've got lots, plenty, and if somebody wants to take this and run with it, go for it. I have no attachment to my ideas. Like, I used to want to defend them tooth and nail. How you dare to take my ideas. There's no original ideas anyway. There is original, like, inspirational actions, that the ideas, they're all out there. So if somebody is listening to this and they're like, hot damn, Amy, that needs to be in a film or video series, yeah, go for it. Ideas are infinite and they're already all out in the quantum field anyway, so I have no attachment. It's all about frequency and self-mastery. So I am you, you are me, in oneness. Let's have fun with what we're creating more consciously as we ascend the frequencies. Here's the idea that I'm going to leave with you. And we'll get deeper into this. We're going to get our teeth into it. I'm going to share some massive, monumental, revelatory vulnerabilities with you of the process of excavation and dissection that I'm in right now. Day 4, deep into the throes of it, and holy shit, what I'm realizing about myself. Oh my God. Yeah, God. And that's who we want to walk with and commune with every moment of our lives is God, is higher power, source, God creator, whatever you want to call it. Wow, what a revelatory process. And I am going to open the kimono. We talk about being naked, right? I'm going to be sharing very vulnerably, as I'm now not lying to myself as much anymore, or others. It is a process to deprogram that poison out of oneself, but totally worth it. We come to incarnate to self-master. And when you get it, that is why you're here, that is your main purpose, self-mastery, self-realization, unconditional love, then why not then pour every ounce of life into the purpose of being here? It's my full-time job. I'm going to share some things vulnerably with you on Friday. And I want to, because I have so much more compassion for souls, for all souls out of oneness, so much more compassion. And I'll share everything, not everything, but a lot of things that I'm going through. I mean, I could write series of books already from 4 days into this self-dissective, know thyself truly excavation process. Understanding the core motivation behind every single one of my behaviors. To take oneself on like this, truly, honestly, takes a lot of bravery, because one will dig up as they are dissecting self honestly, looking in the mirror truly, and that's where we get really naked, when we see our true self and who we've been being, with this layering of egoic mind identity, which is a prison and slavery, slave ship for all souls that I see now that are stuck in that. To pull oneself out takes courage and true honesty. And there are times, like, I feel like I'm in Plato's allegory of the cave, where I'm in that cave and I'm shadow boxing myself because of my ego. Wanting it. It wants to hang on and live. There's some very unsavory things I've discovered about myself in this process. And we're all here for self-mastery. Hi, Tammy. Hola, peregrina, ¿cómo estás? This is quite the powerful theme we're onto right now. If you missed the beginning, go back and watch it. Hi, love. Hello. We are here for self-mastery. I feel like I'm in Plato's allegory of the cave, shadowboxing myself, creating my own resistance as the ego trying to live, to hang on, with everybody else and their egos, thinking it's real, all the shadows we see on the wall, believing that's real and pouring all of our energy into that, creating more, perpetuating more of what is not real. And then I finally climb out of the cave and I see that all the shadows were fake, weren't real. And I want to go right back into that cave and tell everybody, it's not real. And they look at me and they tell me, you're crazy. Of course it's real. Okay, so I've had people get out of the cave and tell me it's not real, and I've laughed at them, criticized them. Oh, we love to slay the messenger, don't we? Throughout time and space and all incarnations. Another topic for another day. So it has been just revelatory in so many ways. And I encourage everyone, this is why you came in this incarnation, Earth. You've been it all, up and down, here, there. Man, woman, king, queen, prostitute, fool. We want to play all the roles. We're here to experience and know ourselves fully through these different experiences. We've been all kinds of other species throughout the multiverse. So when people tell me and they get angry, I'm like, I've only been a man and this is my only life. And good luck with that. Anyway, so here's the last idea that I want to share with you. This could be its own film series right here. And that is, as we see each other naked for who we truly are, we can't lie to ourselves or others, and we see people's worst, most hidden secrets and skeletons in the closet, and we all have them. It takes a brave few to be completely honest and bring all those out and live purely and honestly. Tammy says, I'll go back and watch it. Oh yeah, this one's powerful and it's loaded with gems. I'm going to be getting more honest and vulnerable by the minute. So watch out. Some of you are going to love it. Their higher selves are going to be like, woohoo! Your guides, your angels. That's it. That's what I needed to hear today. And the egos for some are going to get triggered as F. And be like, once again, don't kill the messenger. I'm sharing honestly from my experience, and that's the best thing that I can do, is live the example that I'm embodying and sharing it like the hero's journey, as the final cycle of Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, the return home. I'm sharing this real time as it's happening so that you can benefit. I could do on all my live streams. However, I see that I even have been extremely dishonest with myself and all the lies that we perpetuate through our personas and our egos and our images of ourselves, all the different identifications we have. How many roles are we playing in a day? How could you hold on to your power if you're that fragmented? And that's why the self-discovery and dissection is so powerful. So last idea, and that is, so in the spirit of honesty, what if we could also have one whole day, or it could be a month or whatever period of time, where some metaphysical mechanism would, like on a visual display outside a human, display what their power level is like a battery. Are they running really low down here, barely making it? Or is their power source filled up to the top or somewhere in between? And that you could see, and nothing could be hidden anymore. Full transparency on every soul how they're really operating their true power source. Is it filled up somewhere in the middle or at the bottom? And what experience would you have if you could truly see that on each soul? Would you be critical, judgmental, more compassionate? And that if everybody could see where your power source was, right? There's no hiding. Hot damn, aren't these some great premises for films and film series? This is so revelatory. And we need to get more honest, because guess what? As we ascend the frequencies, there's no other way of existence. Where we're moving, we're all moving as a collective, that is happening right now. We cannot avoid it, and we don't want to. This is what we came here for, to ascend the frequencies, still holding on to our biological vessels, which I call meat suits. We don't have to leave the vessel to ascend. I love these topics. They're so good. Oh my goodness. We're moving into full transparency, full disclosure, telepathy. There will be nothing hidden. And anybody that thinks that they can keep hiding some skeleton in the closet way back there, they're going to have some massive catalysts. And it's going to hurt them even more by trying to hide who they are and who they've been. So this is great preparation for where we're already headed as a species. Homo sapiens sapien to Homo luminous, moving into different frequential existences, higher frequencies. We're going to have to be honest, and we want to be. So what a great theme to discuss and to think about and to ponder, where we are all lying to each other and ourselves right now. So that, I'm going to leave that with you to think about, to ponder, to consider. Waking up tomorrow, what if you were compelled to tell the truth all day long? What would your life be like? Think about it. Ponder it. Tammy says, it doesn't resonate with some now. It may hit them later when they aren't expecting it. Yes. And that's the thing, to each soul in their journey, I am really moving out of judgment, because all judgment is self-judgment, and it only shoots me in the foot if I judge others. I don't know what their journey is, their life plan. I barely am really getting to know mine and stepping fully into mine. Out of oneness, every soul is divinely guided, protected. They have their own life plan. Allow. This is even a level above acceptance. Allow every soul to have their own journey. Let them have it. And you have yours. Focus on yours. So there's just so much more compassion for me in my life now that I understand the operating system that we're all operating in. And so when I see people acting out in lower consciousness behavior, and in my business, I talk to all different types of people, different levels of awareness and consciousness. It's so much easier for me to be imperturbable, all right, I can see where they are. No judgment, compassion, love. We're all moving to unconditional love, just who we are. And just, notice. I don't have to get involved, get my energy involved when I see people throwing tantrums or acting out, or their big fat egos driving the bus of their life. It's like, oh, okay, they're feeling their thoughts. That one's really feeling their thoughts. It just helps me from a claircognizant, self-awareness place, out of love and compassion, to notice and not lose any of my life force out of an interaction or engagement with someone. And what a peaceful place to be. You go through life gliding, right? Versus this reactive, explosive reactive up and down. It's a more hootless out of love and understanding their operating system, where people are, just letting them be. Ooh, this is where everyone is moving toward, and some people have gone before me, and they are great teachers and examples. I am blessed to have some of the most powerful examples actively in my life right now, guiding me through this, and then I will do the same for others. What an exciting time to be alive. Every day is just a gift. And I know linear time doesn't exist. It's a construct we made up. It's all happening right now. Everything's happening right now, which you can't understand from the ego. And believe me, I've tried. There's so much we can't do. We can't manifest or be as powerful as we truly desire. We came here to be if the ego mind identity is driving the bus. Thusly, if you haven't seen yesterday's live stream where I talk about a process that I'm going right through and deep, purposeful, powerful self-dissection, excavation, and destructuring, go back and watch yesterday. I'll drop it here in the comments. Yesterday I talked about what I'm going through right now, and I wish this upon every soul who is ready. Whether it's this lifetime or the next, we are eternal. There will be infinite opportunities. Why not this lifetime? There's so much opportunity with teachers and examples for us to learn from and be inspired, and that have given us a roadmap, a blueprint of how to do it, how to wake ourselves up, how to deconstruct our egos, and tap into who we truly are. That's where the real power is. Don't you want to be powerful? Powerful manifester? Peaceful, loving, free? Peace incarnate. Who doesn't want that? Anyway, what a powerful theme. I'll drop in some goodies here, some links in my the thread. Go back and watch yesterday's live. I think it's going to activate, I sense it's going to activate a lot of people, especially those who are in big seeking awakening stages of the onion peel right now, leveling up in consciousness and frequency. Ty says, this is powerful, thank you. I learned this lesson of acceptance while I was alone in Spain, accepting what is, even if it doesn't look, feel, taste, feel like what we imagined I should be. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Tammy. Tammy, one of the things we have in common is that we're both pilgrims on the Camino. And Tammy did her first pilgrimage last year, which was also revelatory for her in so many ways. And I'll save that for the next live stream, because I was actually thinking about the Camino. Tammy, thank you for bringing that up. And how when we are told, be still and know, that's in the Bible, right? Be still and know, how so many people, God bless them, find it so difficult to be still and know because they're swirling thoughts and energies and overthinking and worrying, and the ego's driving that bus over the cliff. How can they be still and know? And going on pilgrimage, giving oneself time to be alone in nature, which is one of the reasons I like to walk across entire countries over mountains. It's such a illuminating experience because the noise stops. The hamster wheel mind, the monkey mind stops. What an opportunity to know thyself. And that's why we came here. And that is a main, if not the main purpose, unconditional love, self-mastery. How can that happen if we don't know ourselves, our true selves? There are some movie, film series in there too. Oh my goodness. As a filmmaker, a conscious filmmaker, just so many amazing opportunities here. And people really respond well to conscious, dynamic films. Relatable, as we're all on this hero's journey together. So Tammy says, this is powerful, thank you. Oh, you already said that. Thank you, Tammy, for joining. So I say share this live stream. Let's get the true content out there that people are hungry and thirsty for. They're starving for truth. Let's get this message out there. Share this with others, share it on your wall. Stay tuned, Friday, 11-ish Central, to be determined. We're gonna get into the meatiness of this even more, and I'm gonna be, like I said, opening the kimono, far more vulnerable with what process I'm going through in my own dissection and discovery and awakening. And I sense it will be extremely powerful and relatable to many. So share this live stream with others. Let's get this out into the world. And thank you. I'd love if you're watching the replay to hear your feedback, your insights. Whether that's privately or publicly, you know, that's up to you. A lot of people reach out to me privately, and I appreciate that. So have a beautiful day, everyone. Thanks for joining. Drop a comment in the replay what country you're joining from, what insights have come up or questions as you watch this live stream. And much love. I'll see you on the next video.